I kind of want to look back to more of the series where I talk about all the games I played in that I'm interested in the upcoming month. Month for this year is October of 2025, my birth month, hint hint. So there's quite a bit to get through surprisingly, so let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. On the second, I don't know interest in much, but I feel like I have to mention it is a big one, and Ghost of Yote. I played Ghost of Tsushima. I enjoyed it. I got pretty fun. I'm not trying to be hard. It was a really good game. Like it was up to the quality of Soccer Punch. Love Infamous 2. Long history with the franchise. One of my first PS3 games probably. So I do have a long running history with this company. I'm really enjoying it, but and even some of the Sly games back in the day. Not too much, but a bit. I'll be honest though, I'm just kind of burnt out, jaded, hurt by a lot of the PlayStation Sony exclusive sequels, especially the ones under the PlayStation Studios brand, I feel like at this point. Ever since The Last of Us 2, and then God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man 2, there was not a single one of those that I consider anything above maybe okay. I couldn't even finish Ragnarok. Even my friend like we used to argue like in 2018, like what was the game of the year? Spider-Man versus fucking God of War 4. He wanted God of War. He was saying God of War 4. I was like, no, Spider-Man's so good. We'd constantly put and talk about it before the game, like, up to the Game Award. All in good fun, of course. Don't worry. Now, and even he fucking hates Ragnarok. Even he fucking had to force himself to finish it, which I just couldn't do. I've never gotten through it. I just can't force myself through another 40 hours of I'm gonna walk over here. Hey, there's that thing you need. Hey, there's that place we can go. And then you walk away from the spot like, okay, I guess I'll come back to that later. There's constant yap. Constant tutorials, forced hints, treating like a fucking moron. I can't do it again. I'll keep my eye on it. Maybe it won't be like that. But yeah, that in a second. There's a couple of days away. Yeah. Hopefully it's decent. Have fun for the people who do want to play it. I just can't bring myself to care. And all the franchises I just mentioned, the games I lost interest in and didn't like, this will probably be the one when I find it. This will probably be the one that I put on the bottom of my interest list by default, even before all of this, so sorry Yote, sorry Soccer Punch, maybe next time.
Creatures such as you and I cannot resist the call of revenge.
I found something new to live for.
Quickly mention on the second side, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 come to the Switch. It says the Switch, so technically Switch 2 as far as I can tell, but I just thought I could mention it. It's a big thing, I guess. Finally more games come to the Switch and guarantees were like full price. Maybe it'll be like, they have this weird thing with the other collection, like Super 6 or was it 64 Sunshine, and wasn't there another one? But they do this weird thing with like only a limited time you could buy it as a bundle before being single. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care much about Galaxy. I could never get into it as much as most people. Galaxy 2 I fucking loved. I probably won't get this, but you know, felt like mentioning, big game, whatever. Probably celebrate the movie announcement. I'm the theory of Digimon Story Time Stranger. I probably won't pick this up anytime soon. I just have to finish Hacker of Memory. It's just it's a commitment to finish one of these games. But I do like the Digimon. I always want to see more Digimon games, especially in the West. So, and Cyber Sleuth, fucking incredible game. Genuinely amazing. Especially if you're a fan of Digimon, which I have been a long time lover. So, yeah. I think they have more stuff just like mounts and stuff. Not sure what else. Absolutely will pick up Sunday. As soon as I finish Hacker of Memory.
The World Tree has been attacked.
It is just as the Great One, Plutomon, said.
It can't protect anyone.
We must protect the world from them. For this purpose and this purpose alone were you born.
If that thing opens, then we'll be swarmed by Digimon.
Attack!
Please, everyone, lend me your strength.
Everything's riding on
to
you.
move forward into the future.
We must fulfill our mission. Agent.
On the 9th, one that jumped out of nowhere at me, By Sweet Carol. It was like inspired by old school Disney movie kind of animation. Side-scrolling horror game where you're doing a mix, like escaping from crazy monsters, doing some platforming and turning into things like rabbits or flames to get through fire. Looks charming. Looks like a perfect kind of game for somebody who wants a horror game for Halloween or horror themed game, but doesn't like to be scared. I don't know, this just jumped out at me. It looks really charming. Depending on price, I might just pick it up.
From becoming ours.
And given to despair, we're about to fly. Now you can hear me. Just let us be carried by the wind.
On the 10th, another one, I'm kind of saying this a lot, but sometimes I'm more interested in what will happen in terms of a game coming out and the reaction to it and all that, more than I care about the game. Battlefield 6. I won't play it. I played the beta, didn't care. Played Battlefield 4 recently, had a good time going through the campaign, so at some point, I'll give it a year or two. This game will inevitably be $3 or $5 on the store like every other Battlefield, so I'll just wait it out.
Stand by for re-attack call.
Line them up! We gotta move! Hold on! Kincaid will pay for this.
But we don't know how high it goes.
You trying to start a war with the CIA?
That is not the fucking question!
This is it. I know what I gotta do.
On the 16th, we have Pokemon Legends ZA, another game I don't really care that much, but I don't know why I'm even mentioning it. I have to mention the big one. I personally dropped out of Pokemon mostly at X and Y. I think it's more of a sequel to like the Switch game, the Legends one. But yeah, I'm kind of done with Pokemon at the moment. If they ever add in a new game, one, that seems to have a bit more effort put into it, but two, take away the 40 EXP share bullshit, that's when I'll jump back in. Bare minimum, they have to put back individual leveling and take away the EXP share force crap. Just put in a fucking toggle. If they're too lazy to put in a toggle for a feature that used to not be there, absolutely not giving them my money. Not a fucking chance. Honestly, just have to, one, to mention the big game, two, to bitch about half what this can be. Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out on the 21st, which is kind of more like the 3D, the more recent ones of Ninja Gaiden. I played one of them, I'm not sure which one, maybe two of them. Never finished off it. Tired of shit. And that was back in my, well, I'm playing this game for the first time, I'm going to go for the trophies, and oh, okay, completely the hardest difficulty. That's where I'm going to start the game for my first ever Ninja Gaiden. Didn't go very far, but I loved what I played. It's a very smooth, stylish, fun, snappy kind of game. Like, you really feel the satisfaction in this game with your blade cutting through things more than nearly anything else I've ever experienced. I just love to see more Ninja Gaiden. Even as a franchise I'm not hugely into and never played more stuff, I like to see more.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
On the 21st, a game I am fascinated by, not to play, not anything else, just Vampire Masquerade, The Bloodlines End, fuck's sake, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It's been a while since we had a game like this, And by a game like this, I mean the kind of game where it's announced and then you hear nothing or little bits for so many years, nothing happens, everyone's waiting, wondering what ever happened, and then between developers, the directors, all that shit, now here it is. It's been such a long time. I never played the first one, but I'll definitely watch people play it, and I'm just. Oh, if it's since like Final Fantasy 15 or maybe like The Last Guardians have had a game like this, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. Because as it gets closer and closer to release, it feels like even the current developers are dedicated to finding a way to make people hate them and fuck this all up. We will see him very soon. I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Who is he?
It brought you here, my fire. My fire.
On the 23rd, we have the Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit collection, or 8-bit version. It's a new game. I'm a fan of Nerd since the early days. I don't watch as much anymore, but still a very nostalgic thing for me. I played the other two games. They were decent. They were fun games. Filled with just fan stuff. Might get this, might not. Might get it eventually. We'll see, but I don't know. Just nice to see.
Groovy. For you collectors out there, expect a physical edition pre-order from Limited Run Games for modern systems. And if you're really old school like me, Limited Run will also have it for the NES.
Let's pop this fucker in.
On a real cartridge, designed and manufactured by Mega Cat Studios. Coming to all platforms and NES on October 23rd. Oh, and don't forget to wishlist it on Steam.
Also on the 23rd, probably one of my most anticipated games of the month. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. Is Plants vs. Zombies coming to modern consoles? How will it control on the console? Who knows? But Plants vs. Zombies is easily one of my favourite mobile games ever. I've probably put hundreds of hours into that over the years. There used to be like this pot mini game where you'd have about 9 pots planted and it would just. There could be random stuff inside, it could be nothing, could be a zombie, could be a plant. But they don't have. I think at the start you just have it like it was just free, you could play as much as you want, but then they have daily challenges in the mobile. You get your 3 goals and it's back to the normal again, but you can buy a full version, but it costs a lot of money in game, because you know they want you to spend money. That was my favourite part. If when mixing tower defense with randomness, you got me. But I fucking adore Plants vs. Zombies. If you've never played it, it's free, try it out. It's an addictive, great game. It's my favourite tower defense probably ever. I love it. Is it tower defense? I don't know, whatever. Who cares? I can't wait. This is genuinely one of my most anticipated games of the year. And absolutely a day one I'm going to put so many hours into yet again. On the 28th one, I'm zero idea what I'll do. They're remastering the first 3 Hyperdimension Neptunia games again. They've done this more than once, so at this point it's gone from Hyperdimension Neptunia to Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth. Now it's Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth Plus. What are we going to do next time? Hyperdimension Neptunia plus 1 Infinity plus 1 Negative or something. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to stop. But if you don't know, it's a game where the main consoles at the time for the PS3 era, so it's like PS3, it's just PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and Sega, are manifested as anime girls in a war. Into a turn-based RPG playing war. That is, even by modern standards, that sounds so stupid. Back then, it was my first ever stupid game. I'd never played anything that's so like pure silly before in my life at the time. And as you go on, the novelty of course wore off, because you played a lot more stuff like that, a lot more stuff like directly relevant compared to that. but it will always have a special place for me. These characters, this world, this concept, it will always just have a special place in my heart that will never go away. Even no matter how many games come out that I haven't played, no matter how many games I haven't finished or even touched, or whatever they're doing now, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I would like to try it again. I gotta try it again. I probably will get this just for the hell of it, but when does it come out? 28th, I said. Can I dive back in? I think the other games got a bit even stupider, which I know. With how I describe it, it's hard to, like, saying that it got stupider than 4 anime girls becoming consoles becoming anime girls to fight with their own nations in a war kind of thing. Like, it sounds absurd to say that got stupid, but I feel like in the first 2 games especially, they were not afraid to actually have a moment of being a bit serious, because I think that in some level you have to be able to take it to some level of caring about it to push through a full-length JRPG. And I feel like after the second game they kind of stopped doing that, and then they were just like, hey, I get it, we're silly and joking, now you get more that it was only that, but I never finished the third one, so we'll see.
Transformation complete. Parrot. My special. Neptune break. This is it.
On the 30th, again, another one of my highly anticipated games. I'm so happy it's coming out as soon as it did, because I thought it would take longer. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. A collection of updated versions of like 15 Mortal Kombat games from originals, home ports, arcade ports, all the classic Mortal Kombat. I don't know how many are in it, I haven't checked. I'm going to leave that as a surprise for myself. I'm loving these remaster collections. We need to stop at the remasters of fucking from 4 years ago and stop all that bullshit. Stop at the Horizon Zero Dawn and Last of Us 2 remaster remake bullshit. This is what we need. Collections of games that most people have never touched, and just a huge array of them. Konami really paved the way in a lot of way, I think, with this stuff. With stuff like our Contra collection, Castlevania, Turtles, and other companies that follow suit in a lot of ways too, with things like the Mega Man one, which I actually first saw. This is what we need more of. Stop at remasters of one game from 5 years ago for full price, and more of this, please. I'd love to see this with like Street Fighter, Tekken, Spider-Man. Hey, good time. Just a bunch of, just please more of this. And when I say Spider-Man, I mean old school Spider-Man as a collection, like these. I don't want to remaster or remake of Spider-Man 2018 again. Yeah, Mortal Kombat collection. Cannot wait. Oh, can't wait to go back. The first one is hard as shit. Who knows about the rest?
Get over here! Flawless victory.
And on the 31st we have Tales of Xillia Remastered. I never got much into this, so it would be nice to jump back in. It's one of the PS3 Tales of games. All I know for sure, I don't know much to say about it. It's just a fun hacking, like, action RPG kind of. I don't know exactly what to call this combat system, but I like the Tales games I have played. Hopefully I can get into it more this time. But whatever else, the opening song is fucking incredible. Genuinely one of the best in the entire franchise, which is saying a lot.
So it's only fair that I become strong enough to protect spirits too.
You will strive to be our protector.
If I run, I won't be able to face her. Then I would really lose her. So I won't. I won't run!
Be yourself and do what you have to do.
and the first time even mentioning this in quite a while, on the adaptation side, for once something that actually looks good. Well, Splinter Cell Death Watch is on the Splinter Cell Death Watch on the 14th. Animated a series on Netflix. Who knows if it'll be good? I never played Splinter Cell for more than like 20 minutes, but hey, it's something I recognise. That doesn't seem to be happening much this year.
So done with you.
Nice of you to finally pay me a visit.
Yeah, actually surprisingly a lot here. Broketober indeed. Wow, I feel like it's the first time that's happened in years. And definitely the first time it's applied to me, I'd say. Yeah, as always, let me know what you are looking for the next month. Let me know any stuff I might have missed. And as always, see you for the next one. Hopefully this all turned out to be good. Don't disappoint me. Honestly, just being Plants vs Zombies and Mortal Kombat, I'm happy. Yeah, see you for the next one.